Are gay-borhoods designed to exclude women? WeHo, Boystown, Wilton Manors, are you listening? Gay neighborhoods, like all neighborhoods, are in a state of continual change. The relevance of gay neighborhoods originally formed to promote segregation of individuals who identify as sexual minorities is lately challenged by advances in technology, experiences with the pandemics, shifts in generational opinion, and social values increasing acceptance of LGBTQ plus individuals and status of LGBTQ plus women within these gay neighborhoods. While acceptance for the LGBTQ plus community overall is increasing, the acceptance of women within the community is questionable in terms of inclusivity. Even cultural events and social gatherings arranged by LGBTQ plus friendly organizations and establishments, including clubs, libraries, and prides, seem to focus more on gays. A BBC study confirms that the number of gay men featured on television is much higher than the number of gay women. This is partly due to the strong patriarch undercurrents that have shaped women's lives. Lesbians have remained largely invisible, waiting in the dark. So some of America's largest, quote, gay-borhoods may mean just that, gay. OMG, ladies, okay? I am constantly on a search for the ladies in my town, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, as much as I want to say, again, it's our responsibility to make our presence known, of course, yes, what's going on? You know, we're in Wilton Manors, right? And I can speak for my neighborhood, even though I've visited all the neighborhoods that were mentioned, okay? And yes, you know, we have how many gay boy bars, how many gay, you know, cocktail, everything is like gay boys. It's geared towards gay men. There's gay men in the, you know, in the advertisements, there's gay this, there's gay, and it is gay. Now, I also come from a generation where I thought that gay meant all of us. So,
wow, spot on, Josie.
You know, so now that we're in the, I just heard this recently, the legitimaquois, okay?
What is that?
Legitimaquois. That's how we're gonna be, you know. But, you know, all joking aside, the LGBTQ plus and all of that, what that has done too has also created this segregation. So in this community, when gay used to kind of mean all of us, right? Now it's, all right, where are the women? And women are intimidated to be in male spaces because, like, say, for instance, a place like the Eagle, one of my favorite spots to hang out. The boys don't like to wear the shirts there, you know? They're a little sweaty, they're, you know, a little hairy. There are a lot of things.
A little naked?
That girls don't really necessarily like. But we gotta get, I don't know, what do you think, guys?
Like how do you get in there,
how do we break out of that and be comfortable with our male counterparts and really, like, enjoy sharing space with them?
I know that we've said this a million times, but we need to continue to make our own spaces. Just like your restaurant, right, is, you know, woman owned and led, and, you know, and people flock to Bubbles and Pearls because they know it's a lesbian at the helm. You understand? And, you know, I lived in the Castro when it was gay. I lived on South Beach when it was gay, right? I lived in Chelsea when it was gay. And I thought that too. And that was something like, what an epiphany you just gave me, Josie. I felt comfortable because it said gay. But it's funny that I felt okay to be with the boys, but the boys usually aren't happy to have us there.
That's right.
You know, like when when me and my wife moved into the neighborhood, they were like, yeah, gays moved into the neighborhood. When they saw it was two lesbians, they're like, you know? Now, do I put my big gay flag on the front during the, you know, talking about the times that we're in right now? I'm a little scared to, so I don't. So is that diminishing our light by just being that much under the radar?
So, I mean, I speak to this from several different perspectives. So I'm very not a lesbian when it comes to mixing with the boys. So I frequent Twist. I frequent, like, all of the South Beach gay boy bars. Wilton Manor, I love just going and hanging out with the guys. I love Eagle. I love Hunter's is my favorite place on the drive. And so,
if I didn't know who you slept with, I would think you were a gay boy.
yeah, I mean, I've heard that a couple of times. So From my perspective, like I have had a couple of situations, right, where I'm walking into a gay bar and I get shouldered by a gay boy and they look at me like I'm a straight, I mean, I'm dripping with privilege, right? Like you look at me, you can't really tell that I'm gay. And so assumption is you're a straight woman invading my space, right? Where I had to turn and correct that. So I guess from my perspective, it's a two-way street. Exactly like you said, Josie, we have to show up and we have to stop saying, oh, it's all about the boys or it's only the boys. And we have to make our presence known. And then also on top of that, create our own spaces. Because at this point, remember, there's only 27 lesbian bars open across the country, right? And why is that? Because they have the money and they spend it. Right?
Well, and when you say about us creating the spaces, like we have to support those spaces.
Right.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely. We have to support those spaces.
Yes.
And speaking of those spaces, real quick, Miss Karen, I mean, you work to make those spaces happen, you know?
I was just going to say, this story is why Aqua, Simile was created, because the boys made all the money and got all the fundraising. Granted, the women had helped them, through the AIDS crisis and stuff like that, and the brilliance of Alicia Apfel in Miami. She's like, we don't need the whole pie, but we need a slice.
We
of
need
that
our
pie.
slice.
And we're still fighting for that.
That's right. Yeah. So moving on, I know we all could talk about that for about an hour and a half.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.